Welcome to Heroes Next Door. Today on Station Briggs, we're in New York City. We're doing one of the volunteer fire departments. You heard me right, a volunteer fire department in New York City. We're going to take a look at one of their rigs. Hello, nice to meet you.
How you doing, man?
Good. I'm Mike from Heroes Next Door. Thank you for inviting us in.
Yeah.
Let our audience know who you are, first of all.
My name is Ed Wilmarth. I'm the Chief of Operations for the Broad Channel Volunteer Fire Department and Ambulance Corps in Queens, New York.
Okay, and today on Station Briggs, we're going to be taking a look at one of your twin engines, right? Are they pretty close?
They're pretty close, pretty close.
Okay, and what do we got here?
All right, so this is engine company number 2. We try to rotate the apparatus out about every 6 months.
Okay.
Engine 1 will be first due, and then somewhere halfway through the year, engine 2 will be first due. This is a 1992 Pierce Lance, 1,500 gallon per minute, 2-stage pumper, carries 650 gallons of water, and has a 50-gallon foam AB tank.
Wow. I'm going to stop it for just a second. I want to make sure I heard you right. You said this is a 1992, not
Correct.
2002.
Oh, that's right.
92.
1992.
Dude, this thing looks almost brand new.
We bought it used.
Okay.
We lost all of our apparatus during Hurricane Sandy in 2012.
Okay.
And we were running off of donated rigs for a number of years until FEMA payout, insurance payouts.
Sure.
And then we were finally able to afford to officially replace the lost apparatus.
Okay.
This was the first purchase after Sandy. We bought this in 2015, so it's been here 10 years now.
Okay.
We bought it used from Command Fire Apparatus in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay, that's near me. I'm in
Yep.
Chester County, so yeah.
And it originally belonged to the Limbrook Fire Department in Nassau County.
Okay. Okay. It's a beautiful truck. You guys are keeping it very well clean. Like I said, it almost looks brand new. Can we start from the driver's seat and kind of show us what you have on the inside?
Absolutely.
All right,
We can
I'll
go
follow you.
straight through.
All right.
All right, so obviously this is the chauffeur's seat. Pump operation is very simple on this truck, really simple. Where most of them have a pneumatic valve
Yeah.
that you would transfer from road to pump. This one simply has a toggle switch.
Okay.
So all you have to do is drop it in neutral, pop the parking brake, flip a little switch up, knock it back and drive. She's ready to go.
And that switches over the PTO to
That's immediately over to road to pump.
That's nice.
Fantastic. The chauffeur carries 2 radios. Because we operate within the confines of the 5 boroughs of New York City, that means we operate every day with the FDNY.
Okay.
Broad Channel and the other volunteer fire departments within New York City, they all operate on their own dispatch channel and their own fire ground frequency.
Okay.
However, we do need to be able to communicate with the FDNY on a daily basis. So what we will do
Excuse me.
is we will have the chauffeur, he carries 2 radios.
Okay.
His portable radio, one is on Broad Channel fire ground, the other is on FDNY fire ground.
Okay.
And the stationary radio on the dashboard is tied into Broad Channel dispatch, and then there's an additional radio at the pump panel so he can communicate back and forth with dispatch until the arrival of the incident commander.
Okay. So then your crew members, they have the broad channel.
Yes,
Radios.
everyone, all the rest of the members, the officer and the firefighters are all on Broad Channel fire ground.
Okay. All right. And as we work our way around, how many crew members does this take?
This is a 10-man cab with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe 6 SCBA seats.
Wow.
And the rest are in the cabinet in the rear.
Okay. Most of the time that we're seeing, when they're going down to the 4-man cabs. You know, 2 up front, or 4 in the back and 2 up front, so 6-man technically. But this 10-man.
This is a 10-man cab, yeah.
But
So
how many volunteers do you guys have?
roughly, maybe about 30 on paper,
Okay.
like most volunteer fire
Sure.
departments everywhere, and then your core guys, obviously slightly less, that actually turn out to most of the alarms.
Okay.
However, remember, because we're buying used apparatus here, we have to find what best fits us and what also fits into our budget.
Sure, that
so
makes a lot of sense.
unfortunately, the fire apparatus that we operate here, we're not specifically designed for us, but they are the best of what we can get
Right.
at the moment.
Yeah.
If we specifically designed a rig for here, obviously I would make a lot of changes. But
But you're
it
making it
works.
work for you. Yeah,
It works.
absolutely, absolutely.
So we call this the living room.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's gigantic.
Okay.
Which is a great for when we have to go out to the fire academy, some long distance rides. It's a very comfortable rig.
Right.
There are radios for every seat. There's SCBAs in 6 out of the 8 seats.
Okay.
And there is also, we keep a set of irons and the 6-foot hook in here just for rapid deployment.
Sure.
They're secured, which I know there's a lot of departments out there that maybe frown on actually mounting your tools in the fireman's cab, but we do not. We prefer to expedite the operation as quickly as possible and not have guys running around opening compartments and grabbing tools.
Yeah, you're getting out, you already have your tools in hand.
Correct.
All right. So working our way around, you got a little cabinet here. I assume that's just a little storage?
Yeah, this is just extra SCBA cylinder here.
Okay.
There's some road flares, general stuff for the chauffeur. This rig also has breathing air for the chauffeur.
Okay.
So this bottle is tied into the system. There's a breathing air valve that you open up, and then there's a mask and a 50-foot length of hose that he can turn on should the wind change direction or should you be in a heavy smoke environment at the pump panel.
Right.
He can actually mask up and still be able to walk around the rig.
That's a really good idea. I don't see that very often, even in the newer trucks anymore. You know, they're like, oh, you're gonna stay away. You don't have to worry about him. He's gonna be at the pump panel. But like you said, the wind can shift at any moment.
These things happen.
And those things are toxic. And one of the things that we worry about as firefighters are what's in that smoke that can cause us harm. You're protecting your pump panel.
Yeah, and man, listen, I can't take credit for it because again, we didn't design this rig, but it came with it, and it is a fantastic feature.
Maybe when you do design one, you'll keep that feature.
Just might. So this is a waterless pump with the Fecon around the pump foam system.
Okay.
We have 2 cross lays. They are each 200 foot.
Okay.
Obviously, one deploys off the chauffeur side, one off the officer side. Broad channel, the response area itself is about 20 city blocks.
Okay.
It's very small. We are an island in the middle of the water, legitimately, surrounded by water on all sides. There is a bridge on the north side and a bridge on the south side that connect us to the rest of the mainland borough of Queens.
Okay, so how many residents do you have on this? And is it mainly residents or do you have commercial space?
We do. There are about 950 dwellings here in Broad Channel. They vary from 1-story bungalows to 2-story to some even 3-story. That was mostly post-Sandy.
Okay.
Post-Sandy, FEMA came in and aided a lot of people and raised their homes up off the ground to a much higher elevation, which by all technicality now made a 2-story dwelling a 3-story dwelling. Yeah. So new dynamics.
It changes your tactics a little bit.
Yeah, new dynamics.
Years ago, we were able to go down to Corolla in the Outer Banks, and we noticed a lot of their houses, they're up on pilings.
Yeah.
So their first floor is almost second or third floor because of the pilings that are going on. So
we do have a handful. We have a handful of piling houses. There are 2 boardwalks that branch off of the east side of the island, and with a handful of dwellings out there, but it's a 300-foot shot on the boardwalk out to where it tees off and where the dwellings begin.
You're right.
So we actually obviously have pre-planned that and are we're stretching 2.5 with a gated Y at the end, and then branching off to 1 3/4 lines. It is a huge undertaking, and
it's a task.
God forbid a fire ever happens out there, but you know, not enjoyable, but we are prepared.
Right.
Yeah, there's a neat truck.
Simple pull levers, nothing fancy on
No,
the side
there
of
is
this.
nothing special about
Typical
this.
1992.
Yep, it is. They had upgraded the flow meters at one point prior to us purchasing it, but otherwise it is a very, very simple truck.
Yep.
The relief valve, everything works beautifully. It's fantastically maintained by our chief engineer and our local PM shop. It's a fantastic rig.
Looks good. All right, as we work our way around, we got a couple more cabinets right here.
All right, this is the chauffeur's compartment.
Okay, nicely
in here would be
organized.
an additional gated Y. So what we do is, because we operate within the 5 boroughs, there are very few hydrants in Broad Channel. And during the winter months, because we're on the water here, we get deep freezes, especially with the wind chill. And what will tend to happen is we have a number of dead end blocks where the water main comes straight down Cross Bay Boulevard in the center of town, and they just branch off, but they're capped at the end, so that water is stagnant, right? It's never recirculating back up to the main. They tend to freeze a lot.
Okay.
Because of that, we will gate the hydrant when we arrive. If we're first due, we always gate the hydrant so that both us and the FDNY have an operational hydrant that we can work off of together.
Okay, makes sense.
You've got a handful of different fittings and adapters. Just spare 2.5 nozzle, spare
Love how
3/4
organized
nozzle.
it is. Many times they just kind of throw it in the cabinet and they're like, oh, just this is what we need, this is what we need. But by keeping it nice and organized like you guys did, makes it easy to any rookie, any volunteer that shows up that may only take 4 hours a month or whatever. They'll come out and they know exactly where it is.
No question. We don't run fog nozzles here primarily. Everything is smooth bore.
Okay.
The only time we're going to use fog is for hazmat, car fires, things of that nature.
Gotcha.
So they're ready to go in the cabinet if we need them, but we rarely use fog here in New York City.
Okay.
The FDNY included.
Even though your houses are close to each other, because I'm looking just across the street, you don't set up a water skirt or anything like that.
That's on the other side of the truck. We'll get to that.
Okay, fair enough.
We'll get to that. Just some hydrant out of service rings, should we have to place one out of service.
Okay.
And then just various adapters, swivel couplings. There's a handful of adapters for just in case we occasionally do like a standby for another fire department, maybe perhaps in Nassau County or Suffolk County, which runs all volunteers as well. And they run National Standard thread out there, where in New York City, we run FDNY thread. So we got a handful of adapters should that ever arise.
Right.
Our fire training academy is in Nassau County.
Right.
So therefore, their hydrants out there are National Standard thread.
I gotcha. And a lot of our viewers may not even understand, that there are different threads between different hydrants and different locations. What we have on the East Coast may be different from what they have on the West Coast, and you always have to adapt, especially when you get a truck that's not designed for here.
Not designed for you. This one is just a very simple cabinet, just some speedy dry, a pull-out tray, ABC extinguisher.
Okay.
And in all reality, this truck has massive amounts of compartment space, and eventually, we kind of ran out of ideas of what to fill it with. But
I like the keep it simple stuff. If you put too much stuff into it, you're always pulling it out and trying to figure out where it is.
I can't agree more. All right. In here's the standpipe kit. We only have one standpipe in the neighborhood. The public school is a brand new building. It's only about a year or so old, and it's now a 4-story fireproof. And it has a standpipe system in it. So the standpipe kit is up there.
Okay.
Cordless sawzall. There's fuel for the saws and for the Hearst tool. Just a generic tool bag with all different types of tools should the chauffeur encounter something where he thinks he may need something to give a little persuasion to a rusty hydrant. This is a cute little tool. This is a hose inflation kit.
Hose inflation kit.
So
explain that a little bit more.
Yeah, so what it does here is it's 2.5 inch, and what we would do is this connects directly to an SCBA bottle.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The other end goes into the air chuck on top.
Yeah.
And you cap the other end of the length of hose.
Okay.
So for every 50 foot, you can now inflate it with the bottle.
Okay.
And you now have a flotation device that you can deploy out into the water. We're surrounded by water to rescue victims.
Right. So basically it becomes a big pool noodle.
It's a gigantic pool noodle.
That's awesome.
That is way stronger than a pool noodle can really hold you up well.
Yeah.
It's just another option
yeah.
of making a rapid deployment,
right.
Maybe even out on ice.
Right.
The bay freezes over in the winter. We can take some rolls of hose, throw it out there, cap them off, and now the guys have something
right.
to go out on and pull themselves out to the victim, and then we can pull them back in with a rope. It's a great little tool.
Love it, absolutely love it. So
the hard suction is up top.
Yep.
Inside the hard.
I'm assuming you guys, because you're on an island, you guys draft pretty consistently.
Never.
Never. Interesting.
We never draft here.
Okay.
We are surrounded by salt water.
Oh, okay.
Salt water is extremely damaging,
right.
extremely corrosive to your interior parts of your pumps, your electronics. I mean, it is a destroyer.
Okay.
You can flush as many times as you like,
right.
all day long, and eventually it is going to kill your pumps.
Okay.
So for us, drafting would have to be worst case scenario.
Okay, fair enough.
Absolute worst case.
Right. Or you're going to cover somebody else that's got fresh water.
Certainly possible. Additional SCBAs in here.
Okay.
Nothing too fancy about that.
Yeah.
In here is the 2 Husqvarna saws,
Yep.
K760s. One is always set up for wood,
Yep.
and the other is set up for either metal or concrete.
Okay.
Always ready to go.
Nice and easy. Quick.
Nice and easy.
Quick access.
Again, throw together compartments. There's an additional set of irons in here.
Okay.
A couple of sets of bolt cutters, an old duckbill tool,
Yeah.
a sledgehammer,
And a lockout kit.
and a lockout kit for vehicle lockout, simple stuff.
Yeah. All right, coming around. I love that it's got a pretty decent tailboard.
Yeah.
They're getting away from a lot of these tailboards nowadays. And, this is a 92.
Yep.
You can actually get up on there and pull
It
the stuff
definitely
that
makes
you need
hose
to.
deployment easier.
Yeah.
I believe anyway. Booster line, 1-inch booster, 250 foot.
Okay.
Utilize it primarily for rubbish fires,
Yeah.
dumpsters. Maybe occasionally, if somebody's feeling froggy, they may pull it for a car fire. But it's primarily just used for trash. We call it a trash line.
Trash line, yeah. Yeah, we use ours a lot for brush fires. We get a lot of mulch or brush fires. We just pull that. It's easier.
There is a squawk box from the front cab back to here.
Okay.
You have a live camera feed back here as well. Should you have to do maybe a hydrant to fire stretch where the apparatus pulls up, a fireman comes off the back, grabs the hydrant tools and the line. Not only do you have radio communication back and forth with your chauffeur, but you have visual communication with your chauffeur. And let's just say, for argument's sake, the Murphy's Law says anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Well, let's say you had a radio issue right then and there, or there's a lot of noise around you or whatever. He can just talk. He can talk, and everybody up front can hear him. And then we have a talk button, and we can talk back.
Okay.
So
this is basically an open mic.
Yes, this is open all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is neat.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
I didn't design it, but I sure like it. Straight 2.5-inch bed. On top, you'll find a 50-foot horseshoe.
Okay.
That is a FDNY style thing that we adapted as well because
okay.
it really works well,
Yep.
especially with limited manpower.
Yeah.
In the volunteer world, you may go out at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with a skeleton crew. You only got 2 or 3 guys on the truck. It's hard to deploy hose by yourself, right?
Yeah.
But that horseshoe, okay, boom, 50 foot over your shoulder. All you do is grab the next 3 folds.
Yep.
You've got 100 foot committed to whatever entryway you're making into the building. We're making life easy for you.
Exactly.
The key to good apparatus design is make it fireman proof.
Yes.
All right, there is about 800 feet, no, actually it's 1,000 feet of 3-inch supply line.
Okay.
New York City does not run 5 or 6-inch LDH.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so the hydrant sizes here are 4.5 on the large diameter and 2.5 on the small diameter side. There are only 2 discharges on a New York City hydrant.
Okay.
Not 3 like there are many in other places
Yeah,
in the country.
yeah.
There are only 2. And we all primarily use this because it doubles as not only a supply line from hydrant to apparatus, but should the event be required to supply another apparatus, inline pumping, or supply a tower ladder, or a stick, a pre-piped stick.
Right.
That is what we use here.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next bed is 1 3/4 down to 2.5 bed. So
Right.
6 lengths of 1 3/4 on top of there, on top of 6 lengths of 2.5-inch hose.
Okay.
That is more for, obviously, we have something that the 200 footers won't reach. This is now becomes your primary attack line, and vertical friction loss and things of that nature. We try to, anything over 6, as far as we're concerned, is too much friction loss.
Sure.
Because you're looking at roughly 18 to 20 pounds per length of 1 3/4
Right.
in friction loss. So once we get above 6 lengths, we then step it up to 2.5-inch hose.
Okay. Makes sense.
Handful of 6 foot, 8 foot pike poles.
Yeah.
Your 24-foot extension ladder, your 14-foot roof ladder.
Yeah. And it looks like you got even an attic ladder up there.
There are 2 attic ladders up there, an 8-foot and a 10-foot.
Okay.
Because we have all different sizes of wood frame dwellings here, really, really tight spaces. Most of them are only like 20 by 40.
Okay.
You've got tight spaces to work in. Some people don't even have drop-down attic ladders, not that you want to put a fireman on one,
Right.
Especially if you have to operate up in that attic. So yeah, there's a 8-foot and a 10-foot. A handful of extra pike poles and stuff up there just in case. And inside here is an extra halogen for the outside ventilation guy, should he pull this ladder off.
Sure.
When he gets out of the rig, he grabs that 6-foot hook before he comes back here, puts his 6-foot hook here, pulls out his ladder, grabs his halogen. He's got all his tools. He's off and running.
Good to go.
2 water cans in there, just regular standard water cans, nothing special about them.
All right. And that's it for this back end. So I want to take a short break. I want to talk, because I need to talk about how I get the bills paid. It's our sponsors. So today's sponsor is going to be BiPOC Link. Think your phone is enough? What happens when it's not? As a paramedic in Coatesville, I rely on communications every day. So I put the POC Link radio to the test. I talked to my dad in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Grand Rapids, Michigan. Sounds okay to me.
My grandson in Pennsylvania.
It's crazy that these reached in our houses.
And my sister in Colorado. Can you hear me through the radio?
I sure can.
And every one of them came through clean, fast, and connected. Whether you're working a scene, running a business, or staying close to family, POC Link gets it done. It's reliable, flexible, and built for real-world use. One device, one push, always connected with the POC. Right.
Next vertical cabinet, extrication.
Okay.
So in here, we have the 32B Hearst spreader, Hearst cutter, and combination. We have not financially been able to transfer over yet to the battery-powered units,
Right.
But it is a long-term goal of ours to replace these.
Okay.
These are all 5,000 PSI systems.
Okay, yeah, and these are the ones that we're very used to. We've used them for many, many years. And even some old-timer firefighters would, like we went down to Ponder, he would say, I'm gonna keep these as backup because he's so familiar with them.
No question.
But the batteries are definitely making a big turnaround.
They're lighter,
Yeah.
submersible.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a game changer.
There's a lot of benefits.
They have a lot of benefits.
Tradition.
Firemen hate 2 things, change and the way things are.
That's right.
In this cabinet would be the generator for the Hearst tool,
Okay.
as well as a bunch of hydraulic lines to connect.
Yep.
This is a twin system. It can run 2 tools simultaneously.
Okay.
Or you would switch the valve over and you can run what they call in turbo mode and get extra pressure if you're onto the one tool that you're currently operating.
The only time I've ever needed that is the Volvos. They put that extra steel in there, and you really got to use that extra power to cut through those.
These are just old school Indian cans
Yeah.
for brush fires.
Okay.
They tell you, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Okay.
They work well. We do have some of the older, the newer collapsible ones, as well as some of the plastic ones. They're on the other apparatus. The guys prefer the metal ones on
Okay.
here.
Explain to my viewers exactly how does an Indian can work?
Okay, so an Indian can just is so simple. It's basically like a giant super soaker. You would pump a super soaker and it would create suction and push water out of the tip. And this does the exact same thing.
I think that's the first time I've ever heard that. I never really made that connection, and you're right.
Yeah.
It's a super soaker. Like
It
my
is a super
grandchildren.
soaker. That's
Yeah.
it. This goes on your back, carrying a decent amount of water. It's not great, but it's all right.
Yep.
And it has 2 different nozzle tips on it. One is straight stream, and the other one is split, which gives you like a variation of fog.
Okay.
Nobody uses the fog one, to be honest.
Right.
Everybody just uses the straight, or if you just maybe just put your thumb over the end and make a fog of
Like
your
a
own.
garden hose.
Yeah, but all you got to do is just pump it up and down.
Okay.
It creates suction, and you will. And the great part about it is, especially for us here, we actually wind up using salt water, not fresh water. They're packed with fresh water now on the apparatus, but all of our brush is along the shorelines here. And you have a heck of a hike to get back to the fire truck to refill that.
Okay.
So we will just go directly into Jamaica Bay, into
Yeah.
the salt water, scoop it up, fill it back up, get back to work.
Makes sense. And you don't have to worry about pumps or propellers or nothing to just
Nothing.
pump it through.
You give it a good flush afterwards, it's all right.
Yep.
All right. Next one, firefighter extrication. This is what's called a fast pack or a RIT pack.
Yep.
Okay, that is set up for firefighter removal.
Okay.
In here is our search rope bag.
Yep.
And this is a
throw bag.
additional throw bag for water rescue.
Okay.
A handful of life jackets and dry suit for water rescue. And in here is a firefighter removal sked.
Okay.
Plastic device
Yep.
that has a bunch of straps on it, secure a firefighter to it, and it's much easier to drag him.
Absolutely.
All
It's like the old roll-up toboggans we used to use in the Midwest to go sledding on during the wintertime.
2 sizes of hydraulic ram.
Okay.
Some just custom-made step chocks for stabilizing vehicles.
Yeah.
In here, cribbing, 2 26-ton airbags,
Okay.
10-ton airbag, lines, the airbag controller, and also a small
So then are you running your airbags off the
SCBA cylinder.
SCBA cylinders,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. The SCBA cylinders are spare ones are all over the apparatus.
Yeah.
There's one in the back. There's one on the other side.
Okay.
They just grab
So
a
you don't
cylinder.
have an additional dolly cart that has
No. We definitely want to design one for ourselves, but cabinet space being what it is, we need to find. We gotta work it out ourselves.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because what we do have is down here we have the New York City subway system.
Oh, right.
Comes into Broad Channel.
Okay.
And should you get a person pinned perhaps between the train and the platform, your airbags are going to be your go-to tool to try to lift the train or push the train,
yeah.
off the person so you can actually extricate.
Okay. Opposite side.
Opposite side. Up there you've got manless monitor or blitz fire, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
2.5 inch, and that will be for good fire, especially if you got exposure problems with the dwellings being so close to each other.
Okay.
That'll get deployed into one of the alleyways, charge it, man it, put it on a big fog, and it'll be your unmanned exposure line.
Gotcha.
Should you require it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Large diameter discharge, again already set up for FD&Y size, 3-inch hose.
Okay.
And it's a 4.5. It's a 4-inch here, but 3-inch there, off to the races, supplying 250 foot on either side, pre-connected supply lines. We are generally speaking are able to get always within 50 feet of a hydrant, 99% of the time.
Okay.
On the rare occasion, as we spoke about in the winter, where you got to stretch off the back, no big deal.
Right.
But everything is about rapid.
Absolutely. All right, that brings us back to the other side entrance, and then
Yeah.
you got the captain's chair.
Yeah.
Anything unique in the captain? Oh, you got
Up
stuff
top is a Stokes basket
Okay.
and a backboard, again for firefighter removal.
Okay.
Below the deck gun, the pre-pipe deck gun, you got a handful of brush fire equipment, shovels, brush brooms. Up there in that cabinet above the top cabinets,
Yeah.
there's an additional fog nozzle up there, should you need to throw it on the end of the deck gun.
Okay.
And there's also mechanical cribbing for extrication up there as
Okay.
well.
All right.
All right. Then you got the officer's seat. The officer carries a mini Halligan and a wedge.
Okay.
He has the thermal imaging camera retractable on his SCBA.
Okay.
Thermal imaging camera is right there. He has a CO meter on his radio. The K tool sits in the dashboard. The officer is the one who brings that in if it's required for commercial door entry and stuff like that.
Right.
And we still use the old handset system.
Right.
For,
I love that.
We make sure every apparatus as we progress from rig to rig to rig.
Right.
Always the handset is transferred over.
Okay. Okay.
Guys love the tradition of the handset.
Absolutely. It's just something about having that there and talking directly into it rather than, on the mic. I think it actually is clearer audio when you do that too.
No question.
Yeah.
And when you're blaring lights, horns, sirens, and instead of leaning over and trying to hear what's coming out of the speaker, he's got it right in his ear, which is fantastic.
All right.
Right there on the door, nothing special. Your current hazmat book.
Okay. Any pre-plans for buildings?
Yeah. Tags for mass casualty incidents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then on the front, again, this is the shorter version. So those are 50-foot supply line pre-connects. This is a 25-footer.
Okay.
Gets you nosed right in. It's already pre-hooked up to the gate. Should the FD&Y need to hook up, you've got hydrant wrenches.
Okay. So
spanners.
This isn't a discharge. This is a...
No. This is a hydrant intake. Yes.
Okay.
Yep, hydrant intake.
Okay. And you got the old rotor-ray. Everybody loves the rotor-rays on the front of the truck.
Yes, this is the only rotor-ray in New York City.
You could tell it didn't come from here. So, well, Ed, thank you so much for bringing us around.
Yeah, man.
I really appreciate it. Love that you guys are using the 1992 Pierce that is serving you guys well. Thank you for inviting me down and into the city, not realizing that there are volunteer stations in New York City. It's not all about FD&Y, even though That's what everybody thinks about.
Right, they are the primary.
So if anybody wants to get a hold of you, do you have a website? Do you have social media presence or anything like that?
Sure. You can visit broadchannelvfd.org, on Facebook at Broad Channel Volunteers, Instagram, same thing. There's funding links in there should you feel so inclined to donate. We are a 501c3 not-for-profit, and we do not receive the fire tax dollars from your insurance and from your taxes.
Right.
We don't receive that because we are within the municipality. The FDNY receives that.
Okay.
So we are a 100% community-funded volunteer company.
Okay, so if you guys are out there and you're watching and you want to help these guys out, because they're doing a fantastic job down here, hit up their website, hit up their Facebook, whatever you need to do. Help them out a little bit. A couple bucks here and there always does us well. Once again, this was Heroes Next Door. This was the Station Cribs with the Broad Channel Fire Department out of New York City. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, hit notifications, smash those like buttons, share these videos with everybody. Stay safe, take care of each other, and we'll see you again next week.